Joining us now, Jeff Judkins, former NBA basketball player, college basketball standout, and the current coach of BYU women's basketball, Boom Shakalaka champion. Your title just gets longer and longer. Coach, welcome back after a successful week in the Bay Area.
Thanks, Spencer. Yeah, it was a nice win. You know, both wins, they were difficult, but we seemed to pull it out. I know the San Francisco game, we really dominated the game, most of the game. The last 3 minutes of the game, we were up 12, and they pressed us, and there were some questionable calls that they fouled us. They didn't call it, and we kind of lost that lead, but we made some big foul shots down at the end. And then Santa Clara was, started off well, and then they got ahead of us, and we had to fight our way back, and eventually got ahead of them right about 5 minutes in the end of the game, and did a great job of really defending them and not giving them easy baskets. And this team does a great job hitting foul shots down the end. Kylie and Lexi and Morgan, they really hit some big foul shots for us that we needed. So I'm happy. To go out of that place, people don't realize Santa Clara is not doing as well in our conference, but they've lost every home game except for one by less than 2 or 3 points.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, so they've played really well at home, and some teams seem to play better that way, and it was good for us to be able to get that win.
I see you've won 9 of the last 10, and a lot of these are close. I mean, you've won the last couple games, 2, 5, 4, a loss by 10, a win by 3, 6, 8, 3. Do you have to take any extra medicine in halftime or anything? These are close.
I know it's driving my wife crazy because she'd rather have us beat them by 20. And I don't know. I guess as a coach, you'd rather blow people out, but sometimes it's nice to. I mean, for me, I don't get any more nervous if we're winning by 20 or 3.
Really, you don't feel that at all?
Anxiety?
No, because I feel like that that my team can do the things they need to do, and it's easier. I'm not going to lie to you. It's easier to be up 20 and not worried about it. But if you're up 5-2 points, it really doesn't make big a difference. You're trying to execute and do the things that you need to do anyway.
I guess having been in so many games, you probably get a little bit calloused to being able to handle a small lead, and you've won a lot of games. You're coming up on win number 300. Oh. 1, can you believe that you're coming up on win number 300? And 2, what will it mean to you when you get that?
Well, it's a great, no question, as a coach, you want to be on the upside and be able to win 300 games. Proves really a couple things. One is I have great coaches that have been dedicated to me and my program and have helped me recruit the players that I need to be in this program, and also been willing to work a lot of hours. And then secondly, have good players. I mean, you can't make chicken salad without good chicken. So, I mean,
that is a fact.
So I've had great players over the years, and, to be able to coach these young ladies who work hard and do what they need to do and improve. I mean, I think people don't realize what Morgan Bailey's done in her career. I mean, nobody thought she'd be what she is now as a freshman, but look at her hard work. Look at coaching that she's gone through, and now she's probably, if she's not the best player in the league, she's getting close to it.
Wow, that's impressive. Would 300 be Thursday?
Thursday night.
Thursday, you can watch it. That's what you've heard. Come on. It's on BYUtv, BYU Radio. You can check that out. I think just BYUtv. I think the men's game will be on BYU Radio at some point.
Listen, I'm calling that game, and with you being here in BYU Sports Nation Karma, it's going to happen. Okay,
I hope so.
I can't wait to say those words.
All right. That'd be great, Spencer. I hope so.
I'm changing my Twitter question answer. It's to see Juddy win 300 on Thursday. That's what I look forward to the most this week now.
Nice.
You've got Morgan Bailey and Lexi Eaton. They were on last year's team. You had a veteran squad. They've taken on this bigger role. You're 17-5. I don't know maybe what you thought you'd get post Hampson Beeston, but that's pretty darn good. What did you think this season would be like?
Well, I think there's a lot of players have stepped up. I think those two you mentioned. I mean, Morgan is leading scorer on our team. Her, Lexi, are dang close, and I think Lexi's improved her game a lot with being able to be more consistent in scoring and trying to do things. And Kylie's been as steady as she was last year, but she's had to look to score a little bit more. Maybe the big surprise, what everybody hasn't realized, is Mackenzie Morrison. She has done a great job defensively. She takes the best offensive player every night and guards that player. And she's done a really good job of coming in and fitting in. And then John Harry, what do you say? I mean, she's really the most versatile player that we've had for a long time. And now she's a sixth man. Now she's had to move to the starter. Against Santa Clara, I had to put her on the best player because Orton really stepped it up. Orton and Alohi came in and played really well for us. So I could move John to the 3, and she had to guard their best player. So those players have really stepped it up for us. And I think it's been a great team effort. But having 2 players that I've had be as consistent scoring like those 2 has been a real blessing.
You've had to shuffle some things around for sure with the injury of Ashley Garfield, and Morgan Bailey and Lexi Eaton have certainly stepped up. Only 4 players scored in that win over Santa Clara, but you got 27 from Lexi and 19 from Morgan, so that certainly helps. How do you manage your team when most of your points are coming from 2 of your big guns and only 4 players score?
Well, I think what happened against Santa Clara is they didn't double team Morgan. They let her do her thing, and
Fools! That's dumb.
And then they started helping a little bit when she started scoring early, and then that gave a lot of opportunity for Lexi because Lexi's getting smart of really realizing where she needs to go when Morgan gets doubled, and she seems to get in the right spot. And one of the things Lexi causes a lot of problems with, as you probably noticed, she gets a rebound, and I let her bring the ball up and attack. And she's done a great job the last few games of attacking and making the defense go on their heels. And then, of course, we run some sets, and they do a good job of executing the play. This team I've had is the best team I've had of running plays and executing them. So I think that's part of it.
Let's talk about the men's team. Tyler Haws passes your good friend Danny Ainge for second all-time at BYU. We've talked about Tyler all year, but that is a heck of an accomplishment.
It
What
is.
do you think of that?
Tyler is, if you ask me, in his career, he's Mr. Consistent. And I think as a coach, that's what you want from a player. And he's done that now for 4 years where you're going to get 18 every night from him no matter what. And I think that's what I think people should remember. His points are great, and he's going to probably be the leading scorer. But the reason for that is not because he scored 50 and all. He has been 18, 20, 18 his whole career, and he's really improved his game this year. I think he's done a better job of really putting the ball on the ground more and pulling up. And he's worked on his 3-point shot. He's hit some more 3-pointers. He's looking more for it. Defensively, he's done a better job of, I think, trying to get more involved that way and be more of an all-around player. He's given the ball up more, when he doesn't have it. I think his sophomore year, he kind of forced a little bit more. But there's no question he's one of the greatest players that BYU's had in a long, long time.
Danny Ainge is a fierce competitor, and he did not have the benefit of having a 3-point line or a shot clock. And so certainly what he did was unbelievable. Do you think that Danny's okay with Tyler and Jimmer passing him, or because he's a competitor, does he still want to be on the top?
Well, it's hard. I think you hit it right on. There wasn't a 3-point line. There wasn't a shot clock. What would he have scored? Who knows? I look back, even in my career, it wasn't a 3-pointer. I shot mostly jump shots. But I think what Tyler's done is the film and preparation for the game has changed. So now people know every play you're running, and they know your tendencies a lot better. And he's done a great job of really being, because you got to understand, every night the best defender's on him. The team is prepared. What do they want to do to stop Tyler Haws? And that's a big responsibility. People don't realize that. And then, the different zones and box and ones and all the things he's had to go through, it just shows what kind of player that he is. And, Tyler's winning. I mean, that, to me, too. I mean, to have these records and win is really quite impressive. And he's going to be missed next year, just like I miss Jen and I miss Kim. He's going to be missed next year.
I miss him right now. I'm not even waiting till later. I'm just like, man, I miss you for later when you're not here.
Now, his little brother might come in and step up and do it. I don't know.
Yeah, TJ. I think there'll be a lot more weapons to where maybe he won't shoot as much as Tyler got, right?
Yeah, probably not.
And he's a facilitator, but he can jack it up too.
He can score too. Those Haws boys know how to score.
Started with Marty. Probably started with Mom, yeah.
Yeah.
When you look at the 4-guard lineup that BYU's been running out this year, they went to a let's rebound the ball better and play some bigs. As a coach, what's the dynamic of I want my best scorers on the floor, yet I need to balance the game and play decent defense and rebound the ball? How do you manage that dynamic? You hope that those players can rebound as well.
Yeah, you hope that. I think what happens is when you're outsized, it affects. I don't care what you say. It affects. When you stand in there together and one person's 6'11" and one person's 6'7", the 6'11" person who's got longer arms is going to get the rebound. Just like if we went to go rebound,
I would box you out and then I'll get the rebound and outlet it.
But I think what BYU has done so well, I think Dave's done a great job, is he's taken what he has, and he's offensively and defensively tried to make it the best for his team. And people, I know this, and people have heard it, but Ned Austin was a big piece of this puzzle, and they
You
lost
want to make
him.
me cry right now?
No, he's a big piece of it, and he's the Ashley Garfield of my team.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's a lot of players like that people don't get enough recognition because of what they do. And I think they've got these young centers, Fusi and Worthington and Nilsson, that need some experience, and Nate would have helped them with that. Now, the bright side of it is maybe next year Nate will be able to get his year back, and that year of sitting out, and he'll have a lot of, he'll be hungry. When you sit out of an injury and you come back, you seem to have that focus, and you have that, and maybe that will help them for some of these young guards, because it's going to be hard to replace Tyler. I don't care who you have, a guy like that, and and even their other seniors that they have been very consistent and come and done a great job. But this Thursday night is probably the biggest game of the season for them. Because
isn't that amazing? BYU at Pepperdine.
It is, and BYU has played so well on the road in those gyms. They'll probably have more people there than Pepperdine, and they seem to play really well in those games. So I would give the edge to them. I really think that they have the edge. They have something to really gain, and they're going to look at what they did to them and how they can handle it. But that's a big game. They win that game, they could run it, because I really believe they'll beat St. Mary's here. They should have beat them there. I think they'll beat them here. And Gonzaga will be hard, but who knows? But that's a big game. That's a big game for them to be able to do that.
Yeah, when a team can make 15 3-pointers in a game 4 times this year so far, you can't rule out BYU just because of the way they shoot the ball.
No.
Coach, we wish you the best of luck at home this week in 2 games against Pepperdine as you pursue win number 300 on Thursday and then LMU on Saturday. And go and win more basketball games.
We will. We'll hopefully keep it up, and so we can keep the pace.
300. That's going to be awesome Thursday.
Jamming with Juddy.